Hi, I'm Alana Hippensteel from Pharmacy Times. Today I'm speaking with Dr. Mikhail Kosiborod, a cardiologist and the Vice President of Research at St. Luke's Health in Kansas City, on the results from the DARE-19 trial assessing the efficacy and safety of dapagliflozin in patients with and without type 2 diabetes hospitalized with COVID-19. Why is this research important to the field, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, I think there are several important implications. We'll start with what I think is most clinically relevant right now, and that is the safety data and the safety results from a trial. Because as I mentioned before, in the beginning of the pandemic, there were some recommendations about stopping SGLT2 inhibitors in patients that may be on them for existing indications such as diabetes, heart failure, or now in the US, we also have an indication for CKD. Those recommendations were appropriately conservative at the time when there was no data available. But now we do have data available, and actually DARE-19 offers the best available data that's ever been collected in patients with acute infectious illness and use of SGLT2 inhibitors in that setting. So, and what that data shows us is that dapagliflozin was well tolerated, and the safety profile overall looked quite favorable and consistent to what we already know about this class and other patient populations. No new safety findings were identified. And I think the bottom line is what the data suggests is that it does not support routine discontinuation of SGLT2 inhibitors in patients that are getting them for other indications when they're hospitalized for COVID-19, as long as patients are monitored. And I think that's probably the most important, immediately relevant clinical question. There are also research implications, future research implications, which is, I think our trial raises a hypothesis, doesn't prove it, but raises a hypothesis that dapagliflozin and SGLT2 inhibitors in general may provide organ protection in patients with acute infectious illness like COVID-19, and possibly other types of acute illnesses like sepsis. That, of course, needs to be further evaluated in future clinical trials, but I think it offers initial data to suggest that those trials, in fact, should be conducted so we have a definitive answer.